All right, so ready for another deep dive.
Always ready to dive in.
Today we're going way back to ancient China. We're talking silk.
Oh yeah, silk. A simple thing, you think, right? But it changed everything.
Exactly. And we've got this an excerpt, pasted text they call it. Tells a wild story about how silk even came to be.
It's a legend, really. Part myth, part history.
Okay, so the star of the show is Zhu, wife of the Yellow Emperor. Picture her walking in her garden, and boom, she finds these little creatures, silkworms.
Silkworms, munching away on mulberry leaves. Not exactly a royal encounter, you'd think.
But hold on, it gets weirder. Zhu has this dream, right? An old woman appears, calls herself Silkworm Horse.
Silkworm horse. Talk about a name.
Right, so the Silkworm Horse, she claims to be a divine messenger, sent to help humanity, no less.
I'm already hooked. So what does she tell Zhu? Spill the secrets.
Oh, she does, the whole shebang. How to raise the silkworms, what to feed them, even how to get the silk from the cocoons.
The step-by-step guide, right?
Exactly. So Zhu wakes up, and she's not just like, oh, crazy dream. No, she's like, game on. Starts planting mulberry trees, learns the whole process.
Now that's what I call taking action. But she doesn't keep it to herself, right?
Nope. She teaches her whole court, spreads the knowledge like wildfire.
That's how innovation happens, right? Sharing the knowledge, building on it.
And it wasn't just about pretty clothes.
Oh no, silk became huge. Symbol of status, wealth, all that drove their economy. And then think about the Silk Road.
The Silk Road.
Yeah.
Connecting continents, all because of this tiny worm.
Amazing, isn't it?
It is. And that name, Silkworm Horse, it's got to be more than just a random thing, right?
Right. So horses in ancient China, they were like the ultimate symbol. Power, speed, even divine connections.
So they're linking this tiny silkworm with this powerful horse.
Exactly. Like saying, hey, this silk thing, it's not just some bug stuff. This is a gift. Powerful, efficient, meant to be.
Whoa, I get it. That's pretty deep.
Myths often are. And you know, what else is interesting? Zhu, she's not just passively receiving instructions. She's proactive, she's learning, she's teaching.
Yeah, she's driving this whole silk revolution. Makes you wonder, did silk production change things for women in ancient China? Like their roles, their status?
It's hard to say for sure, but the legend itself, it puts a woman right at the center of this huge discovery. And we know women were key in the whole silk process. Weaving, embroidery, that was their domain.
So maybe silk gave them more influence, economic power even.
Possibly. It's definitely something to think about, how silk might have shifted the balance a bit.
Fascinating. Okay, so silk goes from this little worm in a garden to, like, the backbone of ancient China. And Zhu, she becomes a legend herself, right?
Absolutely. They called her the goddess of silk, still celebrated today in some places.
Wow. So from a dream to a goddess to a global phenomenon, that's quite a journey.
It really is. And it reminds us, you know, sometimes the smallest things can lead to the biggest changes. Like, imagine if Zhu had just ignored that dream.
Right. No silk, no Silk Road. Who knows what the world would look like? Makes you think, what simple things today might be, like the next silk?
That's the big question, isn't it? What's out there, just waiting to be discovered, that could change everything?
And maybe someday, someone will be telling stories about us like we're telling Zhu's story now.
Legends of the future.
All right, so that's the incredible story of silk. A blend of myth, history, and some serious innovation. Definitely worth a deeper dive on your own.
Agreed. You never know what amazing connections you'll find.
Until next time, keep exploring.
Happy digging!